Finding the right weight loss advice can be difficult. There is an information overload, and the problem is that as a beginner you can't tell if the information is legit, out of date, or just bullshit. In the past we have been conditioned to believe that exercise is the key component to losing weight. However, nowadays we hear everywhere that our diet is way more important. But is that really true? I'm not so sure, so in this video we will be talking about that and how exercise actually impacts your weight loss. Is it necessary or just a waste of time? We'll find out soon, so make sure to pay attention. My favorite saying when it comes to weight loss is that you can't outtrain your fork. When you want to lose weight, you have to get your nutrition right. There is simply no way around it. And I know that it is easier said than done. We all know what to do, but most of the time we don't do it anyway. So here's the thing, neither diet nor exercise causes weight loss. Being in a caloric deficit does, and there are different ways to achieve that. To lose weight, you don't actually have to exercise at all, but it is one of the most crucial parts when it comes to reaching your weight loss goals. And I know all that sounds a little confusing, but we get to the bottom of it. It is not only about losing that weight, but actually keeping it off for good, right? Otherwise, where would be the point of doing it in the first place? Exercising burns calories. That's nothing new, but the problem is that most of the time we overestimate that number. Often we even try to make up for all the crap we eat, so we exercise like maniacs to burn off last night's cheeseburger and fries.
Harder, go past the max, reach over the top, master your ass.
But that is not going to work. I say it again, you cannot outtrain your fork. Instead, see exercise as a tool to support your weight loss. What it comes down to is energy intake versus energy expenditure. And in short, that means calories in versus calories out. And that sounds so simple, right? And it is, but to create a significant calorie deficit, that's really difficult just with exercise alone. I'll give you an example. If you would want to lose half a kilo to a kilo, that's about 1 to 2 pounds of fat per week, you would have to burn approximately 7,000 calories per week. That is somewhere between 500 and 1,000 calories a day. And that is a lot of exercise. Let's break that down and see what it would actually take to burn 1,000 calories per day. So you could jump on a treadmill and run for 2 hours. Do that every day without exception and you're down 7,000 calories. Or you could do a 1 hour HIIT session 7 days per week. But a HIIT workout is usually 20 to 30 minutes max. So you probably won't be able to do that for very long. Or you could go for a 4-hour hike every single day. That might be fun if you have the time for it, but to be honest, who really does, right? So to make it even more clear, 1 donut alone, for example, has about 300 calories. And it would take me 2 bites. Maybe 3 if I take it easy. And that's about 30 seconds of pleasure if I eat slowly. And to work off those 300 calories, I would have to exercise for at least 30 minutes. And that's just to break even. So you can see that exercise alone won't be enough to reach your weight loss goals. But it is still super important to help you to get there. Generally, a 40-year-old woman needs 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day. And a man the same age usually needs about 2,400 to 3,000 calories daily. So if you would simply reduce your calorie intake to lose weight without exercising, you will lose muscle along with fat. In fact, it's been proven that when people lose weight, about a quarter of that weight actually comes from muscle mass. And that is the last thing we want. Especially as we get older, we have to hold on to as much muscle mass as possible. When you cut back on calories, your body is forced to find other sources to fuel up. And unfortunately, this means that it's burning muscle protein along with your fat stores. But when you include an exercise plan alongside your diet, you can not just reduce muscle loss, but you can actually reverse that and build muscle.
I cleaned out the garage and lost 50 pounds.
Muscles are metabolic, and that means that muscle cells use more energy than fat cells. So as more muscles you have, as more calories you burn. That brings us back to energy expenditure. And there are 3 components to energy expenditure. Number 1 is your basal metabolic rate, which is the number of calories your body needs to keep you alive. Number 2 is a thermic effect of food, and that's the number of calories your body needs to break down the stuff you eat. And number 3 is your daily physical activity, which is exercise, walking, and all the stuff you do throughout the day. So when you exercise and you focus on those specific exercises, which I will talk about in a second, you will increase your lean muscle tissue, which means that you will increase your basal metabolic rate, and that ultimately means that you burn more calories throughout the day, even on the days you don't exercise. On the other hand, if you would simply lose weight without exercising, or you only do exercises that purely burn calories without building muscle, being on an elliptical or a treadmill for example, you would decrease your basal metabolic rate long term. Because you're losing weight and you get lighter, your body doesn't have to work as hard to keep you going. And that would mean that your overall calorie expenditure would decrease. In that case, you have to start eating less food or you will gain all that weight back. Looks might be secondary, but when you lose weight without building muscle, everything is saggy and hanging. So for aesthetics and a nicer body composition, you have to build some muscle underneath that fat layer.
I suppose I could use a little toning.
So here's why exercise is crucial for weight loss. Studies have actually shown that people who focus on exercise and diet right from the beginning did a much better job of actually achieving their goals over the long run. However, people who started with only diet lost weight but had trouble maintaining that weight and ultimately gained it back. This means that if you want to maintain a healthy weight after losing it, you have to start exercising. So make sure to find some sort of activity that you enjoy and that you can maintain for a long time to come. If that is purely cardio based at the beginning, that's fine. But keep in mind that eventually you have to start resistance training. Also, when you start exercising, you will learn how to be more disciplined. You learn how to control your body and mind and how to push yourself. You learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that will help you to make better food choices automatically. You will become more conscious about the things you eat. And this is simply a progression of living a healthier lifestyle. If you know what it takes to burn off the pizza from last night, you might think twice about it, eating it in the first place. Alright, so let's talk about why you might not losing weight even though you are exercising. When you start exercising, you probably won't lose much weight at the beginning, but that is not a reason to worry. A common problem is that as when we get started, that we use the scale as an indicator for our weight loss progress. But when we start to exercise, a few things happening within our body. You most likely burn fat, but because you gain muscle along the way, you won't see that scale moving that much. Sometimes it is even increasing because you build muscle faster than you burn off that fat.
4 more pounds and my dream comes true.
So to get a better idea of your progress, you should use a different indicator. Take before and after pictures, for example. That is always a good idea. And you will regret if you don't do that, because 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the track, you wish you had a picture from when you started and then slowly just the picture of the progression until to the point where you're now. The other one is to use a body fat caliper, and they can be really cheap, and I link one in the description below in case you want to know what that actually is, or you maybe even want to purchase one. Or just use overall body measurements. If your waist gets slimmer but the number on the scale goes up, you're doing the right thing, so keep going, okay? A common question I hear a lot is if exercise would speed up weight loss. And I must say there's a really clear yes to it. As I said earlier, when you build muscle, your basal metabolic rate is increasing. If your calorie intake stays the same but your BMR is increasing, that would put you in a higher calorie deficit. Therefore, you lose weight faster. Or let's say you go for a 20-minute run. You might burn 300 to 400 calories at that time, but you're still eating the same food. So now instead of being in a 500 calorie deficit, now you're in a 900 calorie deficit. And that would obviously help you to get to your goal much faster, right? So depending on the intensity you work out, you could burn between 200 to 600 calories in a single workout. So let's say you estimated that you burned 600 calories in your workout. So you decide to eat 600 calories more because you burned them off, right? Makes sense. But because you overestimated that and you actually only burn 300 calories, all of a sudden you're in a 300 calorie surplus. So instead of losing weight, you start gaining weight because calories in are higher than calories out. Simple. I hope that makes sense. If it does, please let me know in the comments below. If not, let me know what's not clear and I'll try my best and explain it to you. Here's how you should think about exercise instead. Don't think you can eat more because you exercised. Just take exercise as a bonus. Any extra calories burned will support your journey and will get you to your goal faster. Exercising is a key habit, and it is one of those things that can truly change your life. Most of the benefits of exercising are actually coming from an improvement in body composition, overall fitness and metabolic health. Not just weight loss alone. Even if you don't lose weight, you will still be losing fat and build muscle. It can also lower your risk of many diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, obesity, osteoporosis, and even some form of cancer. In fact, people who work out on a regular basis are less likely to die from any of those named diseases. I mean, give yourself the best chance, I think. So, let's talk about what the best way to exercise is for weight loss. The best workout you can do to speed up your progress is metabolic resistance training. Hands down, that kind of workout is the ultimate fat burner. It will help you build muscle and burn fat at the same time, and even better, you can save a ton of time because it only takes around 30 minutes and absolutely kicks your ass. How good is that? So MRT workouts are usually compound movements that can involve supersets, circuits, high speed and low rest times. It always packed a triple punch of resistance training, aerobic and anaerobic work. And that is breaking barriers between traditional weight training and cardio. If you want the most bang for your buck workout, that is the way to go. Do that 3 times per week and you will see massive progress. 3 times per week because the idea is to boost your metabolism every other day. So, let's say you train on Monday, that will boost your metabolism. Then rest on Tuesday and recover. Train again on Wednesday and boost that metabolism again. Recover on Thursday and then again work on Friday. This way your metabolism stays elevated throughout the entire week. How awesome is that? If you want a great example of such a workout, I put a free 25-minute MRT workout in the description below. You can easily do that at home and all you need is a bit of floor space. So make sure to check that out. What are your thoughts? Do you think that exercise is important for weight loss or is it just a waste of time? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want more content like this, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. This channel is all about helping you on your journey to lose weight, get fit and create a healthy lifestyle permanently for you and your family. Because fitness doesn't have to be complicated, so I keep things simple and actionable. Since you're interested in diet and exercise, I encourage you to check out the 1-day meal plan and the 25-minute metabolic home workout that is designed for busy fathers like you and me. You can find that in the description below. Okay, so you might be able to lose weight without exercise, but it is going to be damn hard to keep it off. The reality is, if you really want to lose weight, then put in the effort that it takes. It won't be easy, but it is not complicated. Exercise and diet go hand in hand. When it comes to weight loss, I believe both are equally 100% of the equation. So stop compensating with exercise for your bad food choices. You cannot out-train your fork, so see exercise as a bonus. Muscle require more energy, therefore focus on muscle building exercises to reach your goals faster. By the way, if you liked the video, then make sure to hit that like button. And I appreciate your feedback and it really helps out with the channel as well. Also, share the video with anyone who might benefit from it as well. If you lack the motivation to exercise, then this video might help you out here. So check this video out now and I'll see you in the next video.